Thailand considers lifting afternoon alcohol sales ban to boost economy. Lifting the ban on afternoon alcohol sales in Thailand could inject an estimated 50 to 100 billion baht into the economy, particularly from foreign tourists, according to industry executives. A recent report also indicates that high-quality tourists are willing to spend an additional $250 per day on premium food and beverages. Anjali Pomsarkey, director of the Asia-Pacific International Spirits and Wines Association, said additional revenue could reach 100 billion baht if 4 restrictions are lifted. The ban on alcohol sales between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The prohibition of alcohol sales on 5 major Buddhist holy days. The ban on alcohol purchases via e-commerce platforms. Restrictions on alcohol sales outside designated zones. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra has called for a review of these regulations, which the government deems outdated. The Ministry of Public Health is now studying the proposed changes. Rawat Kongchat, a member of the Night Restaurant Business Trade Association, stated that lifting the 3-hour afternoon ban alone could contribute at least 10 billion baht to the economy. He noted that many tourists are unaware of the restriction and feel it limits their vacation experience. He further suggested that entertainment venues want the government to expand zoning regulations, allowing restaurants to stay open past midnight, encouraging greater tourist spending. Mr. Rawat emphasized that not all provinces need extended service hours, but major tourist destinations like Bangkok should be granted more flexibility. Currently, Bangkok has 3 designated nightlife zones. Phetchaburi Tatmai Road, RCA. Silam, Patpong Road. Ratchadaphisek Road. Regarding concerns over lifting the Buddhist holy day alcohol ban, he proposed a gradual approach, initially allowing sales in the afternoon before considering further relaxations. James Lambert, Director of Economic Consulting for Asia at Oxford Economics, stated that tourists are willing to pay an additional $250, about 8,400 baht, per day for high-quality food and beverages. Among 1,800 respondents from 5 key markets, China, South Korea, Australia, the US, and the UK, 71% rated food and drink as a key factor in choosing their travel destination, ranking it higher than historical sites or shopping. Among higher-income travelers, 75% considered food and beverage the decisive factor, and 78% also viewed value for money as a major consideration. Thyanprasit Chayapatranan, president of the Thai Hotels Association, stated that the current alcohol sales laws are not favorable to foreign tourists. He noted that many visitors feel restricted by the regulations, particularly when they are unable to consume alcohol throughout the day or during dinner cruises on Buddhist holy days. 8 Chinese nationals caught with 91 phones on a tour bus. Yasothon, 8 Chinese nationals traveling on a tour bus in Thailand's northeastern Yasothon province were found in possession of 91 mobile phones. Upon investigation, it was revealed that they had overstayed their visas or entered Thailand illegally. The discovery was made when police searched a bus traveling from Bangkok to Kemarat, Ubon Ratchathani, after it stopped at the Yasothon bus terminal around 4 a.m. on Wednesday. Authorities arrested 8 Chinese men, aged between 20 and 28. According to the police, 2 of them had overstayed their visas, while the others had entered Thailand illegally. Police also seized 91 mobile phones found inside a bag. Through a translator, the suspects claimed the phones did not belong to them. Local media reports suggest that the group was involved in scam operations, and they were likely relocating to another country due to an ongoing crackdown by Thailand and China on illegal businesses in border areas. Additionally, police found 2 Thai nationals, Pamawat Ninwizit, 31, and Munkle Kamke, 47, who admitted to taking turns driving the bus. They stated that the Chinese men had boarded the bus in Keng Khoi, Saraburi, and their final destination was Kemarat, a border district in Ubon Ratchathani. First group of Chinese nationals repatriated from Myanmar scam centers. A first group of 50 Chinese nationals, rescued from Myanmar-based scam centers, was repatriated from Mae Sot, Thailand, on Thursday morning. Another 150 Chinese citizens were scheduled to return to China by the end of the day. The 50 individuals arrived in Mae Sat's border district from Myanmar on 2 buses escorted by police vehicles. Thai soldiers from the Ratchamanhu Task Force received them from the Karen Border Guard Force on the 2nd Thai-Myanmar Friendship Bridge around 9 a.m. Each person was then escorted by a soldier into Mae Sat's border checkpoint 2, before being handed over to Chinese authorities for their first repatriation flight from Mae Sat Airport. The Chinese government has arranged 16 flights from Thursday to Saturday, using China Southern Airlines, to repatriate 600 Chinese nationals. These individuals are among thousands expected to be removed from scam centers in Myanmar, following strong Chinese government pressure and Thailand's suspension of electricity, oil, and internet services to the area. The scam compounds, operated mainly by Chinese criminal gangs, employ foreigners, many of whom claim to have been trafficked and forced to work in online fraud schemes. The Karen Border Guard Force has stated it plans to deport as many as 10,000 people linked to these scam centers in areas under its control. It remains unclear what fate awaits the returnees in China, as authorities will determine who among them were victims of human trafficking and who were perpetrators. Thai PM calls for interest rate cuts to ease financial burden. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra is urging the Bank of Thailand, baht, to lower interest rates, stating that a reduction would ease financial pressures on the public. Speaking at the Matishan Leadership Forum 2025 Trust Thailand, she noted that Thailand's economy began recovering at the end of last year, reaching 2.5% growth, slightly higher than the 2% target set in 2023. The recovery was driven by government stimulus measures, leading to increased consumer spending and a rise in tourist arrivals due to an expanded visa-free policy. The government projects 3% growth this year, supported by higher private sector investment, increased consumer spending, and state-led investment projects. However, she acknowledged that Thailand's economic growth lags behind regional competitors due to low industrial investment and high interest rates, which limit liquidity. Banks are reluctant to lend, causing a cash crunch that particularly affects SMEs, which make up 75% of Thailand's businesses. She emphasized that cutting interest rates would help households struggling with daily expenses and would not negatively impact the economy, as inflation remains low. Her government also aims to ease household and business debt, with debt relief programs helping 830,000 borrowers clear their obligations. Meanwhile, investment attraction efforts by the previous Sretha administration have led to a 35% increase in foreign investment, totaling 1.14 trillion baht, 5% of GDP.